Hey, here we are in the University neighborhood, home to Denver University. Stick with us through this video because you're going to learn all sorts of really cool information. And at the end, we're going to share something that's totally wild. So let's get to it.
You're not going to believe it. So it's another great day in Denver. I'm Michelle Wise.
And I'm Cheryl Crown.
And we are living in Denver, Colorado. If you're thinking about making a move to Denver, or maybe you already live within the Denver metro area and you're wanting to move within it, then you've come to the right place.
Because Michelle and I live here, we can give you the inside scoop on everything Denver. So please be sure to tap the bell below for notifications and subscribe to our channel so you'll be the first one to know the next time we drop a new video.
Yep. And while we are realtors here in the great state of Colorado, we make these videos mostly to inform you. So if you're ready to make the move and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, drinking, having fun here in Denver, or you are just wanting more information, then you've come to the right place. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our information is down below.
We get calls and emails every single day, and Michelle and I personally respond to each and every one. Regardless of your time frame, we've totally got you covered. So let's go check out University.
Okay, so we are in the University neighborhood here in Denver. Denver is actually the city that we're in, and it's just the University neighborhood. And we are located South Denver, and this neighborhood is actually rated by 5280 magazine as the #6 best neighborhood in all of the Denver metro area.
For good reason.
A lot of good reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unique. It's one of the only neighborhoods that truly has a college atmosphere built within it. So, like Cheryl said, University of Denver is housed in this neighborhood, hence University neighborhood.
Yep.
And you're going to notice that this neighborhood is predominantly single-family homes. However, in this section around the campus here, there are a lot of condos, apartments, multifamily dwellings, but that's mostly going to be filled with college students.
Yep.
So
student life.
Yep. So, sometimes I think college neighborhoods can kind of get a bad rap, for parties or things like that. But this neighborhood, DU is a very prestigious college, and the area surrounding it is equally prestigious. And so the homes that are on the perimeter of the college or surrounding it outside the multifamily homes are averaging a sales price of around $900,000. So there's about 9,000 people that are permanent residents in this neighborhood. And so again, you do have some college kids, but the surrounding area of the campus is all single family homes or predominantly single family homes, high-end neighborhood. The average person that lives in this neighborhood has a bachelor's or higher as far as education goes. So, you're gonna have a lot of families, a lot of retired people that live here, intermixed among the college living. And so it's really cool, fun vibe here that you don't find in a lot of other areas in Denver, because there's, the other colleges that are in Denver are more downtown, way more like in the midst of the city living.
Urban.
And so it's a unique vibe here for sure. And you can tell why people love it.
Yes. And this park we're sitting at is absolutely gorgeous, and people are walking their dogs and hanging out, reading books, and it's a beautiful day, and people just enjoy it.
We're kind of on the cusp of where the college campus living ends to the north of us here. And then you can see, well, there's probably too many trees today, but right behind us on the other side of the park is all single family homes. Unique area. College kids have been walking through here, young families. There was a mom over here playing with her 2 little twin babies. There was an older gentleman reading a book. So you get a variety of people here. As far as location goes, amazing location as far as getting around Denver.
Oh, heck yes. We have a light rail station here, the University Station, and I-25 is literally 5 minutes.
Not even, it's like a half a mile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. It just depends on how many lights you hit on your way between here and, and I-25. Getting to downtown Denver, 10, 15 minutes. Getting to DTC, 10, 15 minutes. Getting to the foothills, 35, 40 minutes. Yeah, right. Exactly. And then DIA is probably another 30, 35 minutes. So it's very central and very accessible. Lots of really cool shopping, really great restaurants.
You're gonna, and you're surrounded. So not only just this neighborhood, but you go any direction and there's really fun, cool neighborhoods. There's Wash Park to your north.
Exactly.
There's Pearl Street to your west, University Hills to the southeast.
Cherry Creek, just a little bit north.
So, you're here and there's really no reason you'd ever really want to leave here, because there's, like we said, grocery stores, fun restaurants and all that. But if you want to change of pace, super easy to just go to the next neighborhood over and enjoy the vibe of that neighborhood as well.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll end this video at the Pioneer, which has a really cool rooftop bar and killer tacos. So stay tuned for that. We'll give you our reviews at the end.
Yeah. And amongst that too, because we are in the city, and I think being part of a college campus, there's some diversity in food options. There's a really good Middle Eastern restaurant called the Jerusalem restaurant just down the street over here, and there's a Szechuan hot pot, if you're familiar with that is. I think it's called Yum Yum Spice.
Yum Yum.
And it's Yum Yum. It's Yum Yum.
Pete's for breakfast is supposed to be pretty awesome.
Yep, it's got some good breakfast, inexpensive actually. It's sometimes you think you're in the middle of the city and it's going to be pricey, but it's got some really good just home cooked breakfast food that you can die for. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Also a really good donut shop. My son used to play basketball here quite frequently, and so we drop him off and head over to the donut shop and and indulge.
That Denver loves donuts. There's a donut store almost on every corner. Some are better than others, but Denver definitely loves their donut shops.
DU, University of Denver. As Michelle mentioned, it's a very prestigious private college in Denver, and it has a really cool telescope, a 26-foot
an observatory.
Exactly, and an observatory where you can spend nights looking at the stars and the moon and
planets. It's 26 feet long. It's open to the public. It's run by the Denver Astronomical Society, and so it's that's another unique feature here that you can't find everywhere by any stretch of the imagination. Again, a lot of the stuff that DU has, if you're looking to move to Denver, you can't live at DU obviously, but this neighborhood comes together a lot on the DU campus. So, they'll have events on campus that are open to not only students, but the public as well. They have the observatory that they do events there.
And they're sporting.
Yeah, there's sports. They don't have a football team. No. So that's, Colorado's a big football town.
But lacrosse and hockey are huge.
As are their gymnastics. They rank nationally a lot of times. Even their soccer team ranks too. So, you don't have that big football atmosphere here at DU, but it brings the community in for a lot of other sporting events that do rank nationally various times.
Yeah, you can drive to CU Boulder to get the football experience.
Or the Broncos or whatever. Yeah, especially CU this year, but
exactly.
Go Prime. But then they also have, like a theater here. So they do modern dance and performances. That's all available as well to the public. And, you can walk pretty much from your house to those events.
Exactly.
Doesn't really get any better than that. No. Not to mention all, like we said, the restaurants that are in around here, huge walkability in this area. Yeah. It's a unique atmosphere for that.
I'd say definitely a top 5. Walkability, accessibility, diversity,
variety of things to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so one fun little fact about DU, I find kind of funny and hysterical actually. But first off, it was first developed as a seminary school back in the early 1800s or mid 1800s. And it was first created as a seminary university. And the founder of that was a friend of Abraham Lincoln. So that kind of tells you how far the roots go back.
Mr. Evans.
Yes. And a lot of things around here are named after Evans.
Road,
Evans Road, the mountain, one of our 14ers here in Colorado, Mount Evans. And so you'll find that name as you're kind of trolling around the city a lot throughout the Denver metro area. But when
our friend is back bringing us music.
Yeah, there's this little guy that rides around on his bike with the stereo, full blast stereo. It's you get everything down here. You want to dance? No, I'm just So anyways, the college, when it actually opened up as a private university, the land that this college was actually built on was donated by a guy named Rufus Potato Clark. And he was a recovering alcoholic and a potato farmer. Do you see our friend in there?
There he goes. We're like,
see, we are dancing
by ourselves.
So anyways, back to the serious stuff. He donated the land. He was a recovering alcoholic and a potato farmer. And when he donated the land for the campus that sits here currently and some of the surrounding area, he gave it to the developers of the campus, but with a lot of stipulations. So he came in and he said, I'm going to do this, but you have to plant X amount of trees, a ton of trees. So you can see why there's so many trees in this area. And then as they develop, it was at that time frame in, development history where, the grid system where they build cities based on a grid was just coming to light. And so he required that. But the most interesting thing that he did was he stated that no alcohol could ever be served or produced or manufactured on the
Sold.
land that and sold
right, yeah.
sold on the land that he donated. Well, obviously that's not the case anymore because there are bars and restaurants that do that, but
Right.
that was some of the stipulations. But some of these single family homes that are located through in here, if you dig back all the way through the title on the homes, they still have stipulations in there, restrictions that say you can't produce or can't manufacture alcohol or sell alcohol
it.
on those premises. So again, are they being enforced? I mean, yes, if you buy a house here, you can still have a refrigerator with beer in it or your wine, but
You just can't make it or sell it,
you
really.
just can't
right?
make it or sell it.
So,
And
if
again,
you come over, we'll give it to you. We won't sell it to you.
yes, exactly. You just have to give it away for free. But
Exactly.
no, I mean, most of these houses anyways probably wouldn't be zoned for that anyways, but it
No.
still shows in the title work, which is, I think, pretty funny.
Yeah, very unique.
fact. Okay, so we just want to give you a couple stats on what the current market's like and has been like here in the University neighborhood. So if you're talking about the most recent solds, we had a condo here that sold for $262,000. It was about 900 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It was built in the 60s. However, it has been updated, so it's moderately updated. I mean, you have some wood floors, moderately updated kitchen, granite countertops, but the cabinets you could tell were the original painted wood. Bathroom was slightly updated. So, again, but for $262,000, 2 beds, 1 bath, it did have 1 deeded parking spot. That's nice affordability in a very hot neighborhood.
Absolutely. And then the most affordable one on the market right now is just above $400,000. It's also a 2 bed, 1 bath, about 1,000 square feet. It was also moderately updated. It didn't have 1960s circa, everything, but you could also tell that the cabinets were painted versus replaced. There may have been some new tile put in the bathrooms and that type of thing. And it was on the top floor, and it did have a 2-car garage, but only 1 spot dedicated to that spot.
Yeah. So again, parking in the university area can be a premium. There is street parking, but depending on the street you're at, some of it is permit, some of it is paid. So it just kind of depends on which street you're on. And so, anytime you have your own parking, it's a nice feature.
We drove down some streets today where there were no cars because you weren't allowed to park on them from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Right.
So every street kind of has its own little special uniqueness.
Okay, so as far as solds go, or the most
High-end.
expensive, high-end properties, what was sold and what was currently on the market was fairly similar. About the same price. It was about $1.7 million, 4,000-ish square feet for both.
Right.
One of them had a few more bedrooms than the other, 6 versus 4. So just kind of think that layout was dependent upon, whether they put something in a basement, that type of thing. They were both scrapes, so
Yes.
they were probably these little bungalows, from the early 1900s, mid 1900s that came and scraped them, rebuilt, because some of them, they were within 10. One was like 10 or 15 years old.
2014 and
Yep.
2020. So
Yep, so one was just a couple years old. So again, at that age, everything's going to be newer, higher end finishes at that price point.
both had finished basements too, and 2-car detached garages. So
Yep. And one thing we didn't talk about was a lot of these streets in this neighborhood have alley access. So when we were showing you the street footage of the homes, you see the house from the beginning, but then you don't see the garage. That's because they're usually on the backside, accessed off of an alley. So something that's, common to this central part of Denver, but depending where you're coming from or the suburbs, you don't see that there.
No, that's true.
So yeah, that's it for today. We did finish up at the Pioneer. We had a delicious lunch. We'll show you a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
Neither of us did tacos, but
No.
I did chorianos. She
I did
taco
a salad. Boring.
But they were great. So
delicious.
super fun environment. A little slow because we were there on a Monday at lunch, but
and the view from the rooftop was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But it was quiet, and other than the road noise, there was a lot of road noise. But
that's why we didn't film there, because it was a little loud. But that's it. So make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, subscribe to our channel, give us feedback, let us know what you want to see.
Yeah.
We're here for you. And if you're, of course, ready to make the move, or you want information on any of these neighborhoods we've talked about, make sure you give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, share the love.
Bye.